D&D on the Farm RPG. There is definitely no danger here at all. This session, we certainly did not leave the end of last session with needing Astley to be able to charm a god to save everybody's lives. I'm sure we wouldn't have done something like that, right?
Never.
I wouldn't do anything like that.
I did it on the lobster rolls.
Lobster rolls.
All right. 1.
We do have our full crew here with Augie, Elf, Swigs, and Boobun. You should know them by now.
Hi.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
There's Elf. I was wondering if Elf got lost in the Oculus Rift there for a moment. All right. So picking up where we were at, to tell Luminous to go, he was like going to run down. He was ready to go, get swallowed by the Kraken. You had Bluto, who was the outcast Kuo-Toa, kind of warning you to stay away. Nothing good happens. He may or may not have dropped the high priest named Kari Odop. I don't remember if that was in the session or not, but you guys know now. And they call the Kraken Becky. We determined. The other things going on, remember, there's these 2 large towers, or kind of like apartment complexes. And up on the top of one of them happens to be the Sturgeon, a merchant ship that Captain Boardwalk knows well. We've had a couple weeks to think about it. Did we change the plan, or are we just going to say go and improvise?
Maybe we should have Luminos tell them that I want to serenade their god, so that they know I'm coming down for that purpose.
Okay. Luminos is like, are you trying to get eaten too? It'll be fun.
I would like to give a different type of offering than a sacrifice. I'd like to offer a song.
I don't know if they'll go for that or not, if they'll even give us a chance to explain. These Kuo-Toa fish folk, they do not think the same way you and I do. And I mean, you and I, we're pretty different as is. You know, I'm fairly normal. You guys are weird, but these guys are like from another planet.
Okay.
You knew that the planets, right? You knew about that?
I don't know if we know about that.
You know about different planes of existence? The material plane.
Oh, yeah. I think we know about like that, the planes, yeah.
Shadowfell. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Ashley, it's up to you if you want to risk your biscuit for this.
Do we have another plan?
No. Do you have another plan?
No.
Then this is the one. This is it.
This is a good plan, I think.
Yeah. I would say it's not a bad idea. I think it's not as bad as, or not as, I think we've had worse, maybe. Worse ideas before.
Yeah.
So, hey, come on.
All right, here's what we're going to do.
What could happen?
Luminos says, everyone put your hand in the circle. On the count of 3, we'll yell for the corn, and then we're going. You got it?
You got it.
Stand out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. I didn't know you were with the, the kobolds in this kind of way. But all right.
Distant cousins.
I just heard of something popular to yell.
It is kind of popular.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, for the corn.
For the corn.
You guys are so enthusiastic. And Luminos takes off running down. His hands are up in the air and he's screaming, "Wee! Look at me!" And getting attention. And you kind of watch him run, and instantly squads of these Kuo-Toa come out and try to apprehend him, and they've got spears and nets that they're throwing. And every time it looks like they're about ready to hit him with the net, he just like disappears, then reappears kind of somewhere else. And it's a game for him. They can't catch him. They're trying. But he definitely has the attention of quite a few of these Kuo-Toa, and they're kind of raising the alarm, definitely causing a ruckus.
Where is what's his name? Kari?
Karyodop or Bluedop, the outcast?
Karyodop.
Karyodop is the high priest. You're not sure where he is.
Is Bluedop like
He's down
hanging with
somewhere.
us still?
He's down somewhere. Bluedop, yeah, he's looking at disbelief at what Luminos is doing.
Does anyone want to go with me?
Sure. I'll go with you. And Spectre is very reluctant to go down there. But you know, what's the worst that could happen? She says. And
Bluedop's like, oh, bloop, bloop. We're going. Bloop, bloop.
I'll come with. We either die with glory here, or we control a god for a couple of minutes, and that's pretty cool.
He doesn't quite get the plan. And Bluedop raises his two hands up in the air and starts screaming, kind of like Luminos, blah, 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 and starts running down the beach.
No, he's like full sending it. All right.
Cool. Ashley's gonna just briskly walk and not run.
Okay. You're like following Bluedop down? Or going in a different direction?
Kind of probably going to try and make like a wide arc and not run straight into the mayhem.
Okay. So kind of looking at the two junk towers that are here, Luminos kind of ran down right in between them. Bluedop is kind of following the same path. You can kind of curve out towards one of the towers if you prefer. Either the one with the ship on it or the other one. It's further to the south.
The high priest anywhere to be seen?
You can't tell the difference from one of these fish people to the next. You're not sure which one's the high priest. There's several hundred of them down here.
He doesn't have a fancy robe or anything?
He might, but you can't really tell from where you're at.
Okay.
Is everyone like changing your minds?
How far?
Maybe not.
How far away are we?
You're a couple hundred yards away.
I guess I'll move a little closer.
Yeah, time to charm that fish there, Ashley. And Spectre gives Ashley a little bit of a shove. Get moving, let's go. We're going down there. This is your idea.
Yeah, but the god's not even out.
Yeah, well, he's about to come out with what's his face?
Is the chanting and
let's just sneak up. We don't want to sneak. You want to do some sneaking?
Yeah, I'll sneak and hide.
Wait, just so I remember this correctly, the ritual was they put the oil on the sacrificee, and then Kraken comes up, eats him, then they go back down. Kraken comes back up, and then throws up all of the stuff. Then everyone parties, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
We might need the oil. Oil up Luminos.
Oh, he's
probably going to
Luminos has got his plan for that. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we should. Is there like a pile of rubble that we can kind of hide behind that's relatively close?
Okay, yeah. Let's get a group stealth check and we'll see if you guys can kind of sneak in.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Sneaky path.
I got a 9.
Well, I'm not doing good on stealth. Better than average, but
yeah.
If those dice are known, we're in trouble tonight. It's a 9 for Ashley, a 6 for Captain Boardwalk, a 13 for Spectre, and look at Sprinkle, all stealthy. A 15. All right. you guys are kind of going down, trying to be sneaky and keep an eye. And Luminos is like dodging his way. I mean, it's like cartoon chase football games. People are trying to jump on him, and he's just untouchable. They can't get a finger on him. Blue Dope's not so lucky. He goes running down and he tries to jig the first time he can, and a spear goes through his face.
Oh, poor little guy.
Oh
And
no.
that's it. He drops dead. And instantly, two other Kuo-Toa kind of jump on him and start carving him up.
Ashley's not looking.
A little grotesque. You guys jig and jag. You're trying to be quiet, but you're really not. You get behind a pile of rubble. It looks like it's pieces of shipping crates that have kind of been busted in half, and there's things sticking out of them, like various shells, pieces of wood, and not the direction of where the altar is at, but kind of like further up the beach away from the town. You see another squad of Kuo-Toa coming back. They look like they've been on some kind of fishing trip or something. There's 10 of them, and they do see you guys. And as soon as they see you, they start charging the four of you.
Oh, good.
They're about 100 years off at this point. They're ways off. So you've got a little bit of time to figure out what to do, but you've got this group coming at you. The main group of all the Kuo-Toa between the towers is they're really keeping an eye on Lumos, who's hopping around everywhere. They're all trying to get him.
Okay. So you guys want to fight these guys, or you want to like try to run?
How many are there?
10.
Well, so if we fight them, other ones are going to see that we're fighting them, right?
Possibly.
Yeah, I would say probable. Also, it's going to be the risk we take. We could try to hide. I mean,
where's is the fish oil anywhere near us? Do we see the barrels of it?
It's in the base of one of the towers, the one opposite of the one that has the ship on it. So the southern tower. That's where
How
you kind of
close are
saw.
we to that?
You're still a ways away from it because you're getting close enough to see what's going on, but you're not in the massive fish kind of running around everywhere.
If we were to make a break for that tower, what would...
We just have the mob of Kuo-Toa to run through to get there. They're kind of in between you and the towers.
I see.
I think we could take them.
I don't want to fight them because if I'm going to try and charm their god, I need them to not be attacking me in particular.
good point. Solid point.
We could try to keep them off you while you do your charming. So it'd be like down one fighter, a highest level guy, but
I mean, I could do my enthralling performance because I have two different performance things, and this one is not a spell.
So you want to charm them?
Yeah,
that might be our best bet, honestly.
Yeah,
is you charming them and then letting us charm the god.
Yeah, because charming them, it would be a wisdom save, and I feel like
they aren't very smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they could fool us, though. You never know.
Yeah.
Neither are we. All right. Yeah. Why don't you go for it? We can always run.
Are they humanoids?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fish people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can charm up to 3 of them, and if I do, then they will idolize me. And they will hinder anyone violent. Fight me.
Which one is this that you're using?
It's the enthralling performance.
Okay. So you got to perform for at least 1 minute.
100 yards away, I think
Yeah.
I could do it.
I can't use the help action on this, can I?
Probably not on this
I can
one.
give
Okay.
guidance.
I don't have
I have guidance.
Okay.
I also have guidance.
We double guide you.
Yeah. Well, they have to make a save.
Oh, so you'd need Bane, right?
I don't have that.
So they're charging at you. It's about 100 yards, which is about 300 feet. If they were dashing.
We're just calmly planning while they run over here.
Yeah, I mean, if they were dashing, they could move 60 feet around, so it'd be 600 feet. I mean, technically, they could get there probably before you're finished with the enthralling performance if they're charging straight at you. But I would say we could do an initiative roll to see if they are dashing or not, whether or not you get it off in time.
Okay.
All right, are we rolling in it?
Apparently, Captain Boardwalk is, yeah.
I don't know what to do because he's.
That's what I heard.
I never roll good on initiative. Wait, we
Hey.
tied.
Whoa.
We tied for last.
We did. Did you steal my dice, Augie?
I always roll
Your
bad on
rolls look
initiative.
I mean, so far your rolls tonight have all looked like they've been with my dice. All right.
It's not
So
looking good
what
for
I'm
us,
going to
if that's
do
the case.
is give Boobun, Sprinkle, and Captain Boardwalk a chance. If there's anything you want to do to try to slow this group of almost a dozen Kuo-Toa that are charging towards you guys.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Diddy. Well, I don't know if I can do anything other than hit them. I don't want to hit them because I don't want to make them mad.
If you get into combat, it'll be a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'm going to hold my turn. I'm just going to hold it. Hold my action.
Okay. How about Sprinkler, Captain Boardwalk? Do you have anything you can do that might slow these guys down?
Well, Sprinkle goes first.
Oh, thank you.
You higher
I
initiative than me.
have thaumaturgy.
We can't attack them.
Yeah, but I
That's
can-
just screaming, isn't it?
Well, that's one of the options.
You could just.
Just
You
start.
just
You
yell
could
at
try to
them. You could
intimidate
scare
them or say
them.
something. Yeah.
That's kind of like a scary move. So
Well, there's
I would
other
say
options of like flames. I don't think there's flames around. Harmless tremors in the ground. A big sound like thunder. Whispers. And alter the appearance of your eyes.
Like, yeah, make your
A big-
eyes flash
A
red.
big
That's
sound
good.
like thunder,
a big sound that sounds
Yeah.
like a
like a
A
Kraken.
Kraken.
Yeah. So these
Did
are
it-
the
it made a
examples.
sound,
Can I?
right?
Yeah. Could I make if I can make a rumble of thunder or
That's kinda
ominous
like-
whispers, then could I imitate the sound of Baki coming up out of like the water and the rumbles that would create? And
Since we've heard it before.
Let's get what do we call that? Performance or intimidation? And with that, to see how well I can pull it off.
both of those are bad for me.
Yeah, both of those are charisma rolls. So.
Arcana. Cast guidance on yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Description.
Again.
Just add a D4. Just add a row D4
I'll
to
go
it.
to the other window. Okay, so 14.
Okay. Yeah, you slow them down a little bit, and they're kind of looking around. They look to the water. They don't see much going on there just yet, so it stalls them a little bit. But they do keep coming. Captain Boardwalk, have you thought of anything you can do?
I'm going to pull out my sleep sand, and I'm going to get ready to use it if Astley's enthralling performance doesn't work.
Forgot you had pocket sand.
Yeah, it's not great. They need to be within 90 feet, but I can roll. It's third level that it casts it at. I can roll 98 worth of hit points and put those to sleep.
Yeah.
This is probably the best chance I'll have to use it.
Okay. Sleep's like a terrible spell, the way that they made it work in this edition. But, okay.
I might be able to get like one or two of them to sleep.
Yeah. Spectre, it's getting close. If you thought of anything you could do to maybe slow him down a little bit more.
Can I... I'm trying to see what I have. I don't really have anything other than attacking. Could I make use my thieves tools and make like a little, like a snare trap or like a tripwire that I could trip them all? Like set up a little, between two trees.
Yeah, I mean you could maybe do it with a mage hand. And,
all right, so with a mage hand, I'm gonna take one of my ropes and tie it between two trees before they get close and see if I can't trip them.
More like two rocks here, but sure.
Okay. Yeah.
What do we call that? A sleight of hand check?
Sure, I'll take sleight of hand. Let's do it. As soon as I can find it on here. There we go. How about a 19?
19. That's pretty good.
A sleight of mage hand.
Yeah, they come running in and they're kind of watching this performance as Astley is planted up. And because they're focused on that, they don't notice this invisible hand sneaking a rope across the sand. Gets pulled tight just in time to kind of trip them down. They kind of fall on top of each other as they were all grouped up. And they kind of look around, they see the rope, and they keep going. But it did slow them down enough that the enchantment, enthralling performance, the minute duration wraps up right as they're getting within about 15 feet of you guys.
I'm going to pick the three goofiest looking, or the three toughest looking ones as the ones that I would like to...
Okay, we'll say the three in front since they were the fastest.
Yeah. So it's a wisdom save of 6. My DC is 16.
Here. How my dice are tonight? I have a 6, a 14, and a 10.
3 for 3, baby.
3 for 3. Okay. Yeah, the front three are...
They idolize me now.
They're idolized you now, yep.
And they hinder anyone who opposes me.
Okay.
Do you have to keep playing, though?
I think it lasts
It lasts for an hour.
With Carl, it just lasted forever.
Yeah, Carl's a special case.
I think Carl wanted it.
He was also traumatized by doing hard time after a day. So
yeah.
In jail. It was probably longer than that, but okay. So the first two kind of idolize you. They don't really speak a language that you speak.
I could cast tongues on myself.
You could do that. But they don't. The funny thing is they don't stop running. Just their eyes change. Instead of looking like angry, instead they look like happy dogs running towards you. And you hear them babbling to the other ones.
Should I cast tongues on myself?
Do you want to talk to them?
I don't know.
It could be traumatic.
Does anyone else want to talk to them?
No.
These
guys look like, I think I'm good not talking to fish people.
Whoa. What's that supposed to mean?
We talked to the last one and he got shot through the face, so I don't know. It could be a death sentence.
It didn't work out well
for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast tongues on myself. I'm gonna work it into my tunes because it's also with music, so I'm still playing.
All right, so you're playing and you cast tongues on yourself just as they're reaching you, and one of them picks you up and like in the air, and they all start like carrying you off.
Where are you taking me? You'd say in blub blub language.
And what you hear them say is, "It's the favored one, the perfect offering."
Listen, I would like to perform for your god the way I've performed for you, if you would give me the honor of doing so.
They're like, "We're going. And the rest we kind of watch. They suddenly, the whole group of them, they're kind of listening to the ones in front. They ignore the rest of you. They pick up Ashley, are carrying her in the air, and are making their way towards the altar.
I like throw my arms around Elf.
You see Luminos. Luminos
like,
is down there, and Luminos has a giant pitcher of this black oily stuff, and he just dumps it all over the altar. He doesn't dump it on himself. He just like dumps it everywhere. And he's like dancing around on it. And as soon as the black oil stuff goes everywhere, the rest of Kuo-Toa have been trying to grab him. They kind of back off a little bit. So yeah, Luminos is dancing on the tower, on the black stuff. The Kuo-Toa are backing off. Ashley is being carried like the person who just kicked the winning field goal on a football team. A victory dance type thing off to be an offering. And the rest of you just standing there like, what the heck are we going to do now?
Celebrate.
Please do not put me on the altar. I will be near the altar, but do not put me on the altar because then I won't have a chance to perform for your god.
But that's where you have to perform. That's the stage.
I don't like to be on a stage. It doesn't do anything for me.
Like, all right, we'll hold you up by the stage.
So you're all going to be sacrifices with me? Is that what it is?
They're kind of realizing, guess so.
Well, then pour the black goo on you, but I don't want it to get on my instruments.
The goo's already out there. They just got to go running. It's like a lot that Luminos kind of spread everywhere.
Okay. I just don't want to be doused in it.
Yeah, these guys are going to go running up. They'll be jumping in it. They'll be carrying you.
Okay. Just don't get any on my instruments. Please.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
Partying. Bye, Ashley. Have fun.
I have to roll a new character after this.
I think I'm going to follow along. If they'll let me. I don't know if I can sneak behind them.
You can kind of follow along. And if you wanted to try to get in one of the towers, this would be like the chance you could do it.
I think I might go see my ship. Just go into one of those towers. The ones that weren't charmed, how are they acting?
They don't quite understand what's going on, but they're following the stronger ones that were in front.
Okay, they seem fine with this entire situation happening.
I mean, for them, it's an honor to be selected and sacrificed.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Should we maybe like explore one of these towers and see if we can do something? Maybe we can go find the priest guy because he was in one of the towers, wasn't he?
Sure.
He had gone in the opposite tower of where your ship is, so you're closer to the tower that your ship is in. I should say.
Okay, maybe let's go get the priest that is in the other tower.
I kind of think I'm gonna follow behind Ashley in the crowd, like at a distance, in case something bad happens. So she's not like.
Oh, something bad's gonna happen.
You can tell my tale.
Well, yeah.
This is a first-hand witness. Well, maybe we can go get the priest guy, and then he can like stop this.
So are we splitting the party? Is that what we're saying? Is that what's happening here?
A plot, B plot.
That's what I'm for.
Yes. No. All right.
I think
Well,
it's a
I'm going to go with
universally
Captain
good
Boardwalk
idea.
then.
Okay. So Captain Boardwalk was going to try to go down and find the high priest.
Yeah, so we can grab him, threaten him a little bit, and then drag him over and get him to stop sacrificing Ashley.
All right. You're kind of following behind the crowd, and for the moment, Elf is along with you and Spectre, and you see the high priest, and the high priest is like between the altar and the water, and is like raising his hands, screaming at Luminos, and Luminos is just yelling, "Come and eat me, you big ugly sea squid!"
Good strategy.
It's a really good strategy. Okay, I want to go up to him and see if
So you're kind of like run down around and get in closer to the water.
the other way around. I'm gonna give the water as wide of a berth as I can to get in at this guy.
Okay, yeah, because you've got like the altar that's between the two towers, and then Lake Tempest is kind of in front of that, and the priest is between the altar and Lake Tempest. He's like trying to get Lumos to stop. So you can run down and grab him, but everyone will see you first of all because you're kind of in front in the direction all the Kuo-Toa are looking, and you're also going to be between the Kraken and the altar here very soon because you start to see the waters bubble in the lake.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, so I'm fast, and then I'm gonna go and grab him.
Okay.
Okay.
You do that, and Spectre, are you helping Captain Boardwalk?
Sure. Yeah, I'll follow along just because. Why not?
Okay.
Should I cast
Elf, what are you
help
doing?
of some kind?
We'll get that in a second. Elf, what are you doing? Okay, so you kind of stay behind. And Ashley, you're seeing the bubbles start to come up. You know the Kraken's going to be coming out here momentarily.
I'm preparing my next song and praying to Becky not to eat me.
Becky, not Becky.
Becky.
If you say it wrong, that could be doom. All right. We'll turn to Captain Boardwalk Inspector. The high priest sees you as you're running towards him to accost him, and he's frantically waving his hands, trying to get Luminos to stop, completely unsuccessfully. And then he turns and he sees you. What would you like to do with him?
I'd like to grab him.
Okay. You'll try to grapple him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an athletics check, right?
Yep.
I'd like to request help action, maybe.
Yeah, Spectre, are you going to help out?
Yeah, sure. What do I need to roll for helping? Just a d20?
If you're helping, you would give him advantage on the roll.
Okay. Looks like
Yeah, my advantage is a 6. So I'll just take the 14.
Okay. 14. All right. See if I can remember the code. If I do the code right here. The dice, if I did it right or wrong. All right, he gets a 15. So you go up and grab him, and this priest is like really slimy. A lot of these fish people are. And you think you've got a good grip on him. And it's kind of like if you were grabbing something that's like egg shaped. It's super slimy. And like when you pull tight, he just like slides out underneath your arms.
Gross.
And now you feel slimy and gross and smell like fish. And now he starts screaming at you. He's not doing anything aggressive per se, other than waving his arms around and screaming at you, but you don't understand anything he's saying.
Okay. I want to point at Astley and just start saying like, Becky, no, blub blub, just aggressively, to see if I can try to get some kind of message across.
Okay, Baki is the only thing that he understands. And all of a sudden he points and the Kraken is coming out of the water right in front of you. And he points at Baki and screams, Baki! And as he does so, this massive tentacle comes down right over your head, flinging towards Luminos, who's dancing around. And what I need is a dexterity save for you and for Spectre, who are looking at this massive tentacle coming down right on your head, towards your heads.
As soon as I see him, I'm gonna start my
got an
next. I'm gonna start my next song. As soon as I see him.
Okay, how long does it take to cast this one action?
It doesn't. I think it's just music fills the air.
Mm-hmm.
Can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Okay. Hold on 1 second here. So, Captain Boardwalk, you are able to dodge out of the way of this tentacle. Spectre, you're not so lucky. This thing just comes crashing down on your head, pounding into the sand as it's trying to grab Luminos. I think you can use what's the reaction rogues have?
Do I have something uncanny dodge? Yeah.
Uncanny dodge. Yeah, you can use that to reduce the damage. Otherwise, it's 25 points of damage you get hit with.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have that because 25 points would take me down a lot. But yeah, I'll take half. So that would be 12.5. So I'm going to say 12 damage.
Am I able to use interception on this? Use my shield to. I can use my shield to block damage on an ally within 5 feet of me.
I think when you've jumped out of the way, you're probably not within 5 feet of Spectre anymore.
I couldn't dodge the other way.
Yeah, this tentacle comes down and it wraps around Luminos, who seems very happy. And he's like taunting the Kuo-Toa. It's like, see, he got me. You couldn't do it. The archpriest is also on the ground in a complete daze, and this tentacle comes back up in the air. You see Spectre like halfway pounded into the sand. The archpriest is laying straight on his back. His like eyes are all crossed. He's not sure how he's still alive. And Luminos is being lifted up into the air, getting ready to be swallowed. As that happens, Astley is performing while standing on top of or being held up by Kuo-Toa, who are dancing in the black sludge.
I'm singing a rendition of Stacy's mom called Becky God Has Got It Going On.
God.
I would be charmed in that situation.
Okay.
A charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Or should I do a performance first?
Let's see. Till spends you make a charisma performance check with advantage. In addition, you can choose bonus action. Each of your turn to beguile one creature you choose within 30 feet of you that can see you and hear you. In this case, you don't have to make a performance charisma check. They just are making a saving throw.
Okay.
The performance would just be with advantage. I mean, if you want to see how well you're performing this Rift song, you can do that, but it won't have an impact on whether or not the charm works.
No, I don't.
No.
Good choice.
I do have a +9 on performance, though.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll saving throw.
My heart is pounding.
See what my dice are like tonight. That's a 20.
Well,
All right, I'm going to ask really quick. Alf, are you going to do anything? Just how this is going on.
No, I mean,
TPK.
can I?
Oh.
When it comes around to me again, I'm gonna see if it can. I'm gonna have it roll again.
Can I healing word them? Because one's probably.
Oh, Spectre's okay.
Hurting.
I only took 12. I have 21 points left out of the 33. So
Okay.
I'm okay.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
still.
hold off then.
Yeah. Save it.
Yeah.
All right. Ashley, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Can I cast resistance on Ashley? I don't know how.
I'm gonna. Can I use guidance on a saving throw?
No, I think it has to be resistance. But
No, and you used your action technically to cast this Unearthly Chorus.
Can I use a bardic inspiration die?
Did you use a bonus action to inspire yourself?
Yeah. Or
It's a 19.
Wolf.
Okay.
it's a 19.
I will. What does resistance do? That gives you advantage on a saving throw, or does it
lets you
give
add
you?
a D4.
D4 on a saving throw. It's just guidance, but for saving throws.
Okay. You see, as Baki came up, like the storm kind of resurged, and you see this flash of light. It's not really a reaction, but sure, we'll let you cast resistance on Augie, on Astley here. All right. So 13 plus a 6 plus a 4 is going to give us 23.
That's big.
Which happens to be just enough.
What was it, a 22?
Yeah. All right. So with that, you only take half damage. This lightning bolt comes down right where you're at. The Kuo-Toa that are holding you up, like, drop you. You do fall into the black slime, which is not great, but you're able to roll to the side and kind of cover your eyes as this lightning bolt comes down, and it's deafening boom. The Kuo-Toa that are holding you up were just, the three that were in the middle were just fried totally. And they did not get out of the way. You were able to kind of get out of the way, luckily. It only took a little bit of a grace from it. Next thing you see, Luminos gets tossed in the air like a piece of popcorn. And he's screaming, "Whee!" He seems to be enjoying it. And the Kraken's mouth kind of goes up and grabs Luminos and swallows him.
Glad somebody's having fun.
Yeah. The Kraken is still looking around because there's still a lot of this black stuff. Usually it's just kind of covering whatever it grabs. Luminos didn't have that on him. But there's still a lot of the black stuff around. Some of the Kuo-Toa have it. And Astley, you've got it on you. So many of you guys each a turn to do something before this Kraken's going to act again.
Okay.
Someone else go first.
Well, I am ground into the dust, so I'm going to stand back up. and brush myself off a little bit.
We'll just go in the same initiative order, I guess we had prior.
That works. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast shield on myself. I think I have that. Hang on. Pretty sure I do have. Yeah, I have shield. So, yeah, it protects me until the end of my next turn, and it basically gives me a +5 to my armor class.
Okay.
So, and I take no damage from magic missile. Fun. I don't think anything's casting magic missile right now, but
Someone cast magic missile.
yeah, somebody hit me with magic missile because it won't hit. Perfect.
All right, so you cast shield, and then are you going to try to move, or what exactly are you going to do? Pick it up.
Can I get anywhere near? I don't know if I want to be near Astley. Actually, never mind.
You're not far from Astley.
Okay.
Astley is right next to the altar. Now it has black.
Is there any like buckets of water or anything I could try to splash Astley off with?
There's not buckets, but I mean, you get the Stormy Lake right there. It's wet.
Okay. Well, can I just try to like kick water at Astley?
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
Oh, yeah.
You could get a little scoop. You can get a little scoop of water.
Let me get some scoops of water and like try to.
You might have more like getting her to jump in the water than trying to.
Oh yeah. Can I just run over and push her in the water?
You go over and grab her hand, try to pull her in the water. Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm going to do then.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
Okay. Let's see who was next. Captain Boardwalk, or was it Sprinkle was next? I think Sprinkle was.
Yeah, she beat me by 1, I think.
Yeah, I was next. I'm gonna just cast Bless on the 3 of them.
Okay. The Kuo-Toa are running everywhere like mad right now. They're kind of ignoring you at the moment. They're not trying to trap you up. They are in a panic because they're not quite sure what to do. The Kraken hasn't gone down like he usually does when he eats an offering. There's still the black stuff everywhere.
Okay. So they're like really freaked out.
Yes.
Shoot.
I have tongues active.
Oh. I didn't know you ended up casting it. I want to know what,
Yeah, can I
like obviously they're
passively
freaking out, but like,
can I passively hear anything that they're saying?
do they have any idea of what's going on?
It's kind of like a mob mentality. So Astley, you can understand what's going on, but it's just confusion of wait for the gifts. Some of them are, oh no, we're in trouble, and somebody's angered Baki, and every conceivable thing you can think of that amass people that all have different opinions about what's going on. They're panicked is kind of what's going on. There's not like one coherent narrative in them.
I tell Sprinkle.
As you're running to the water.
Yes.
It's mass hysteria.
I think we should leave.
With Tim Robinson?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a good idea.
Where's the driving crooner when you need him?
Gotta make
They're
it
trying to make
real.
it fake.
Wait, I'm trying to do something here. Wait.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think we should leave, but I think we got to get everybody, before this Kraken reemerges, get everybody
my ship though.
Black.
Oh my god,
dude.
get over the ship.
Dude, I will personally buy you a new ship. We gotta get out of here.
We will build you a better ship together.
Okay.
That's all it takes to
Well,
motivate him.
I mean, this ship is probably. I've already moved past it once.
Emotionally.
Yeah, I did think it was gone forever. I can
It's
probably
like
do
seeing
that
your
again.
ex.
Exactly, but like I miss it.
It wasn't good for you.
So mean.
Yeah, we should leave. Is everyone good to leave?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Time to
Yeah,
leave.
once Spectre gets me in the water, I want to use my bonus action to use my Mantle of Majesty as my bonus action, which is just command, and I'm just going to yell at Becky, leave! And I'm not even going to stay around to see if it works. I'm going to cast the Expeditious Retreat on myself and absolutely book it.
All right. You guys essentially are fleeing. Behind you can see the Kraken comes up again and is enraged. You're not sure why. The next tentacle comes and smashes the altar and slams into one of the towers, the one that has a ship on top, and the entire tower kind of starts crumpling towards the other tower, and it smashes into it, and it goes down as well. And the Kuo-Toa just kind of like scatter at this point. Half of them flee into the water, half of them kind of take off in other places. There's lightning bolts kind of still flying through the air, smashing into different things. And it's a mess. You guys take off. You're not sure what's happened to Luminos.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
He may be fine. He may not be. You don't know. He seemed pretty confident in his ability to get out of it. He, by his own claims, was once swallowed by a Tarask and lived through that. So,
Gosh,
yeah,
it's like indestructible.
You guys kind of book it, and it's a mess. The towers are knocked over. There's stinky Kuo-Toa everywhere. Most of them are kind of fleeing in the water. Some of them are fleeing in the land in other places. And you guys kind of regroup. You see the two towers are knocked over. There's a bunch of rubble.
Never forget.
The ship is still there on top of the rubble pile the way it fell over. It's not in the water, but you kind of got remnants of the Kuo-Toa, mass hysteria around. And the Kraken goes back into the water after kind of throwing a fit and smashing things and gobbling things up.
Ashley's going to start making a sign, like a really big sign that just says, Kraken is gone, courtesy of the Firewire Adventurers Guild.
Well, it's a little presumptuous to assume he's gone. He just went back in the water.
I didn't know it's saying it doesn't count as work.
Well, we're not in town.
Yeah, but these bureaucrats, they try to get you.
They can try to get us, but we're not within city limits.
I guess.
I mean, he threw a big temper tantrum, and they went in the water, and their little altar is gone.
He's not gone though, right? He's like just underwater now. He's just going to come up.
The Kuo-Toa scatter. The Kraken is still very much. You can tell by the storms in the area. The Kraken has not left. Yeah.
I think we scared him off. We showed him. We did what? 2 failed spells on him. That'll teach him.
Yeah, Spectre rolls her eyes.
I think we did it, guys.
We saved the city.
Tell everyone to come back.
I didn't die. I don't know how.
It's like that Monty Python. We ran away.
Brave
Sir Robin.
We saved the day, though.
I don't know if we did here. I hate to break it to you guys, but I'm pretty sure that guy's coming back.
We were here, and the day is mostly saved. We saved the day.
It's better than it was before we showed up.
It's a good day.
We saved our own butts, for sure.
Honestly, what's more important than that?
Right. I mean, there wouldn't be...
The one Kuo-Toa spoke your language, got a spear through his head. Luminos got swallowed. The towers are crashed.
That's what he wanted, though.
We wanted to give him a job. We wanted to give that Kuo-Toa a job.
Yeah, he could have been a cook. Yeah.
He followed Luminos, though, unfortunately.
Well, that was kind of not exactly our fault.
Still.
No one said he was a bright fish.
It's true. Rest in pieces.
I wonder if we get all the rest of that goo, if we wash it all away, I think he'll go away.
That's a really hopeful, wishful thinking. You want to try to get the goo away.
Yeah.
We should take some and like study it and see what it is, and then synthesize a bad version of it. So Agos makes of it or something.
You could try to get them. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
there's
still have some stuck in my something.
Yeah, let's get a little jar of it.
Yeah, the towers are there. You could wait till things calm down and go down and try to collect some.
There's probably still some on my hat.
You thought you jumped in the water. It's probably pretty clean at this point. It's mostly on your feet.
Oh. I thought I like fell.
You did fall. Maybe it was on your butt too, but I think you're.
Oh my god, stinky butt. Smelly.
Yeah, maybe once things calm down, mage hand some into a little vial.
Okay. So you guys are going to wait, kind of watching the mayhem.
Maybe we'll tiny hut it.
Yeah.
You want to chill in a tiny hut?
Yeah.
So we're not running away really all the way. We just ran away a little bit.
Out of range.
Downwind.
It's like ran back up on the hill to kind of watch what's going down on the shore.
Now we're inside a Burger King.
Yeah, so the Kraken's rage kind of, his temper tantrum kind of died down. You don't see or hear from Luminos at all. Doesn't mean much, but you don't.
I'm not worried about them.
Most of the Kuo-Toas have spared, and after a while, like the water's still stormy, but like the clouds overhead kind of dissipate. It looks a little bit sunny, and you see not a lot, but there are a few Kuo-Toa who kind of come back, and they look like they're kind of like picking through the rubble of the towers down on the beach. There's maybe half a dozen just kind of down, and you're not quite sure what they're doing, if they're looking for stuff or if they're starting to rebuild or if they're just seeing if there's anything to grab before they run. You're not quite sure what they're doing, but there are a few of them poking around in the rubble.
Want to go mess with them?
We just got away with our lives. You want to mess with them?
There's only 6 of them this time, and you know.
By mess with,
I want to go see what's up.
You mean like harmless pranks or like?
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I'm just.
You mean harmless pranks, or do you want one of us to kill them? Because we know you won't.
No, I don't want to kill anyone.
Okay.
I just want to go see what they're doing and get them to leave.
Okay. All right, I'm for it. Let's go see what they're up to.
Just a quick question. We saw Luminos teleporting earlier, right?
Yep.
He's fine then. If the Kraken isn't throwing him up, he probably just teleported away.
You know he can kind of at will disappear into his own kind of pocket dimension as well.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about him. He's
I wasn't worried about him anyway. I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's like a cockroach.
Yeah, he definitely teleported into a different reality or something. He's fine.
All right, so your plan is to go down, try to scare off the Kuo-Toa, and then look for some of the sludge.
Yeah.
Maybe
we want some sludge.
My ship that's on the ground now.
Is it on the ground now? Do you think it got busted up from falling from the tower?
Probably a little bit, but
well,
it was a sturdy ship.
What's massive hull damage?
It already got sunk, so I'm sure it's not in perfect condition already.
It's probably not seaworthy.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys make your way down to the rubble. The few Kuo-Toa that are there, when they see you, they kind of run off and hide. They do not want anything to do with you at the moment.
Cool.
I'm gonna cast tongues on myself and say, where did everyone go?
They just kind of scream and run. Ah, you're cursed.
Yes, that's true. We didn't get eaten.
We are, to them that's valid. I'm gonna follow them.
Yep. Okay. So you're kind of going down, looking around. Captain Boardwalk, you can see the sturgeon. You're kind of looking at it. The hull of it does have a couple holes in it. The mast's been broken off. It looks like there's like massive sails that are kind of sitting on the deck of the ship. And it's just kind of on top of the rubble pile. Maybe it's rears up a little bit higher in the air than the front of the ship. And as you're... No, it wasn't. And as you're looking at it, you hear a voice behind you say, "Boo!"
Are we scared? Should we roll to be scared?
Or just turn around.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around.
You turn around, and there's a ghost you see behind you. A ghost of someone that you recognize as Dorngull Fireheart.
Oh my god.
He's got a big smile on his face.
Hey, buddy.
Well, he's a ghost, so yes, he's dead. All right. We're going to wrap up there for tonight. When we pick this up next time, we'll see how it goes.
Wow.
I didn't die.
Wow. Didn't get a TPK. I was really hoping
Didn't get an Astley TK.
I want all new characters.
Not too late. All right. Well, for tonight, we'll say bye.
Bye.